Thanks for listening to our daily Bible reading lesson. The lesson today is, what is my custom? Let me read a couple of verses from our reading yesterday. It's going to be from Luke, the second chapter. In Luke 2 and verse 27, it says that he came by the Spirit into the temple, and when the parents brought in the child Jesus to do for him after the custom of the law. In verse 42, when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. Let me throw in another one from Wednesday's reading in Luke, the fourth chapter, in verse 16. It says he came to Nazareth where he'd been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. Now, that word custom that we read in each one of those verses, Luke uses them more than any of the other writers, but the word itself means that it is something according to what is wont to be done. I believe it is Strong who gave that definition. But you look at it and you realize as you read those, this is just what they did and who they were. You know, whenever it came to do something that the law had commanded, that was their custom. That was what they were wont to do. Whenever it came time to go up to the feast, that was their custom. Whenever Jesus himself was older, he went on the Sabbath day to the synagogue, as was his custom. That's what he was. That's who he was. That's what he did. Now, I want to think about that with myself. You know, I read once that it takes 21 days to a year to establish a custom. Well, I know that's not right. In the book of Acts, the second chapter, you find that those individuals who obeyed the gospel, in verse 41, they made the decision. They established a custom, you might say, of continuing steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. And I remember when I became a child of God, I established a custom at that very time. You know, I was baptized during the week. I had no question where I was going to be on the first day of the week. My custom automatically became that I would worship God in spirit and in truth. Whether it be Sunday morning, Sunday evening, Wednesday night, I didn't question, say, well, how many times do I have to do this? You see, it became who I was, what I did. Now, have I ever been tempted to not do that? Yeah. But I realized how quickly my decision was and how quickly it could be disregarded. But the reality is, I choose to have a custom as regards the commandments of God, following his law, doing those things he has commanded. Well, I look and I ask myself the question then, what is my custom? Has it changed? Where will I be Wednesday night? What's my custom? Where will I be Sunday morning for Bible class, for worship, Sunday evening? Now, I realize there are times whenever, due to circumstances out of our control, we cannot be there. But just as a custom is a choice, I'm afraid most of the times the violation of that custom we began, the disregarding of it, is a choice we make again. But the good news is we can begin that custom again. We can ask God for forgiveness for not doing that which we'd committed ourselves to do, to be. That's just who we are and what we do. And I pray that we don't have to do that. I pray instead we remain firm to our custom. Jesus is said to, in Luke the second chapter, in verse 52, to have grown in wisdom and stature, favor with God and favor with man. Well, you know, each one of us will do that if that is our custom, to continue to follow God, his will, his law. Because when we became children of God, that's who we are. That's what we do. It's our custom. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Stay firm in the custom of doing God's will. Thank you again for joining us in this Bible study. We remind you, if you'd like to follow along in our daily Bible reading, the link below in the description of this video will give you the PDF so you can read right along with us. If you have any other questions or if you'd like information on a Bible study, contact us with the information provided on the screen before you.